What's up guys, it's Chad here with Drew Reviews coming to you from my driveway today. If you've been following the channel, you know behind me is both of me and my wife's vehicles. We're going to be doing a comparison today to go over what is the best family vehicle type on the market. We have over here a 2018 Honda Odyssey. And over here we have a 2020 Ram 2500 Power Wagon. We're going to go over everything that makes a family vehicle, whether it be storage, whether it be people capacity, whether it be party tricks, whether it be anything that a family needs for a vehicle. We're going to go over that right after this. First part of this comparison, we're going to look at cargo space. In this case, we're going to start with the Honda, and then we're going to go over to the truck. Let's go. There are a total of 3 ways to externally open the rear hatch and 1 internal. So we're going to go over that right now.
The first is going to be the remote. All right, we get that. We're going to go back and shut it.
Second way is there's a button right up under here to open and close it. Third is going to be a sensor on the bottom of the door. Alright, got that. In the rear of the Honda Odyssey, you have ample storage for all your family's needs. We made a video a couple years back of this Honda Odyssey up against our Toyota 4Runner, and the Honda Odyssey edged out the 4Runner in the cargo area. We have 1 more kid and 1 more dog than we had on the last video, but the configuration we have right now is we have our oldest daughter in the back in a booster seat, and this is on the 40% section of the 60-40 split rear seat. And then we have 2 car seats front facing in the captain's chairs on the second row. So essentially the way we have it set up is most of the cargo area is going to be now in this section instead of the whole back. So I got a couple items here that normal families would have put in the back. So here we have our umbrella stroller. Alright, so we're going to throw this as far back as we can. Alright, that is pushed all the way to the back of the captain's chair. Right here we still have about 1.5 feet behind that umbrella stroller. Alright, we're also going to throw in, this is a Yeti Tundra 35. This would be something we would take on, let's say, a day trip. Now with the 3 kids, I use a bigger cooler. I have a 70 quart cooler now, not a Yeti, but so there you go. Still have a lot of room. Okay, still have a lot of room in here for other stuff. So now we are going to go over to the truck, and I will show you the difference in the cargo capacity. On to the truck. The truck has 2 external and 1 internal way of getting into the cargo area. Obviously the bed of the truck, it has a drop down on the key fob. Alright. And then it also has the handle right over there. Now if we're going to compare a truck to a minivan as far as family hauling vehicles, the bed is where the truck shines as far as carrying capacity for items. Alright, the only caveat to that is I have installed a Retrax tonneau cover. It's a roll and it locks. Okay, the reason for that is if your bed is completely open it can't really be considered a good family vehicle because anything that goes in the back is exposed to the elements, theft, and just plain flying out of the back. So you have to be able to protect all the stuff you put in here, in my opinion, for it to be a good competitor to the van, because the van has the back that's covered and air conditioned. So we're gonna open this up. All right, this bed right here on this particular truck is a 6.5 foot bed, so it's not a short bed like a 1500 size, and it's not the 8 foot for like the 2500, 3500 size. All right, so we have the same items here. Sorry, my girls are here making all tons of same umbrella stroller. All right, so hopefully you can see this. All right, that thing, I don't know, that thing right there has probably 3 feet behind that, and the cooler obviously goes in there no problem, and most items are going to be able to fit under the tonneau cover. Obviously bigger items like a four-wheeler or something tall is going to have to stick up above, but for the most part, items you would take on a family trip, luggage, that kind of stuff, all fits under here nice and perfect. All right, on to more other important things for family vehicles. Looking in the bed of any modern pickup truck, okay, obviously this one has a nice spray-in bed liner. It's going to keep it so the bed doesn't get rusted, dented, scratched, whatever have you. Okay, and another great thing about the bed of the truck is it has these tie-down points. It has 4 of these, and then it also has 4 of these in the corners. That makes it so that I can, if I want to, I can strap things down in here so they don't go anywhere or move. Again, this truck bed has a ton of space in it, compared to the van. But again, the van has a top that is air conditioned and lockable. Again, this is tonneau cover is lockable, but again, it doesn't come with the truck. Walking over to the van, okay, another, I'm going to say a negative on this is that the van does not have any tie-down points in this area at all whatsoever. Okay, so for example, anytime, let's say you use this for groceries, you use this for luggage, whatever have you, let's say you put all the stuff back here. Okay, I don't know if you can tell this or not, okay, but it does actually slope downwards. So let's say I have something sitting here, I hit the brakes, it's going to slide all the way up there, and then I'm going to physically have to jump in the back to go and get it. On the truck, again, like I was saying, the spray and bed liner, all right, makes it very grippy. Stuff really doesn't move, and on top of that, I can tie it down. So that's definitely some positives and negatives to the cargo area on the van and the truck. We're moving on to arguably the next most important thing, or the most important thing on a vehicle. It's going to be the passenger area size dimensions. Now what I'm going to show is 4 key measurements when talking about a family vehicle. Like me, you have young children. Okay, I have 3 kids, 7, 5, and 2. These next dimensions I'm going to give you are very important to young kids. Again, 4. All right. The first being the step-in height, which is from the ground to where your feet or your kid is going to step up to get into the vehicle. Okay. Next important measurement is from the floor of the vehicle to the top of the cab. All right, that's going to tell you how much the kid's going to have to bend down to get in. All right. Third is going to be from the floor of the vehicle, okay, to the seat height. And then the final one is going to be from the armrest of the child's seat to the top. I'm going to explain why all those are important, but first I'm going to show you the 2 measurements from the van, and then I'm going to go over to the truck and show you those same measurements, and then I'm going to do a demo with the kids. So here we go. All right, first measurement again, step-in height. All right, the step-in height on this Odyssey is going to be 16 inches from the ground, okay, up to the step-in height. Now, the total height, which is the step-in height all the way to the top of the cab where someone would bang their head, that is 45 inches on the van. Okay. Next most important is going to be the seat height. All right, in my case, I have all my kids are in some sort of a child restraint system, whether it be a booster or a car seat. But either way, the seat height on that is the same height because all three of the seats are the same. All right, so we're gonna go with the floor to the vehicle seat height. All right, that is 13.5 inches. All right, and then to the actual base or the seats, the car seat height, that is 24 inches. The armrest of the kid seat to the top is 19.5 inches. All right, on to the truck. One other shining feature on this minivan is going to be these side doors. It is a big selling point for families, okay? On the van, okay, obviously it's got two sides with the sliding doors. These are activated externally, okay, from the key fob or the handle, all right? Also, internally, there's a button actually in the second row, so the kids can technically open their own door only when it's in park. Okay, you can adjust the function. You can disable this button or you can enable it on the settings in the touchscreen. And there's also buttons for the driver to open and close the side doors. All right. Again, another great reason for these doors is, I'm not going to say most mothers, but most parents will say like to park as close as they can to wherever they're going, whether it be the doctor's office, the school, you know, the store. All right. Most of the time, people who park close to buildings, they don't do the best park job. So sometimes your cars can be like right up next to somebody else. These doors are great because they only take up about an extra, we'll say 6 inches off the side of the body of the vehicle versus, let's say a child's getting out of your vehicle, swings that door open and smacks another car. These right here are great to help prevent that. Onto the truck. Remember, we do the same 4 measurements, and then I'm gonna do a demo with the kids. All right. Again, first measurement's going to be step-in height. Now this truck, I did install running boards, okay, after the fact. I didn't get this truck with them, I got them after the fact. So, this first measurement, I'm gonna do both, but without the running boards, all right, it's gonna be a step up literally to right here. I mean, as you can see, that's like a little stepping up to my waist. This truck, the Ram Power Wagon, is one of the tallest, if not the tallest truck on the market factory. All right, so we're gonna measure that. All right, step in height to the actual floor of the truck is 30 inches. That's actually taller than my 2-year-old. So just to put that in perspective. But with the running boards, okay, that did definitely help that a lot. That is 20 inches. Okay, so that is still higher than the actual floor of the minivan. All right, so it you know, reduced it by 10 inches, which helped out with the kids tremendously. All right, so next measurement, we're going to do total height of the cab. All right, total height of the cab on this truck is 47 inches. All right, and then we're going to do the, let's see, the truck rear seat is 15 inches, okay, from the floor of the cab. And then to the actual cushion of the car seat is, looks like 23 inches, okay? Then the final measurement is going to be the armrest of the truck or the car seat to the roof line. All right, that one is 19.5 inches. All right, so next step, I'm gonna show you why these are important with actual children. Stay tuned. Let me go round them up. Here's where I have my 3 volunteers come and show you how they're able to get in and out of both vehicles. So again, this has the lower step-in height, so I'm going to have all 3 of them come in here and show you how they get in. All right, come on over here, volunteers. Give me a second. All right, let's just start with the oldest. Okay, this oldest is a 7. There you go. Super easy to get in. All right, Claire, you next. Get up on in there. All right, piece of cake. Now, let's go with the baby. She's 2. All right, go ahead and get in.
We have to get buckle up.
There we go. See that? All right, she can step in. There we go. Perfect, perfect. All right. the other part, the reason why I was showing the height between the armrest and the roof line is that whenever our children are younger, we physically pick them up and stick them in the car seat versus have them, you know, step into the vehicle and then get up themselves. Once they're about 3 or 4, then we just put them in, or they get in and they can hop up in the seat. But right here is what I'm talking about. So see, I pick up the baby and I have to put her into the seat. All right. So between the armrest and here is an important height, because if it's much narrower than that, then you're out constantly banging the baby's head, you know, in there. All right. So go ahead and get in your seats, girls. I'm just going to show you kind of the interior setup. So here's the internal setup. Sorry, she's kind of blown out with the light here. All right, then we got that. All right, get in your seat, girl. All right, so she's in that. And then in the back, I got Bethany. There we go. All right. On to the truck. I'm gonna do the same demo in the same order just to show you the ease of exit and entry. All right, where's my volunteers? We need Bethany first. Come on over here. Again, 7-year-olds going in first. All right, not too much of a problem. All right, 5-year-old gets up on there, okay. Let's try the 2-year-old. All right, get up in here, girl. Come on, come on. Emily, right here. Come on, get up in there. Let's go, let's go. There she goes. All right, so she's putting her knee on the running board. All right, so that proves, yes, they can do it. Not a problem. All right, now, girls, I want you to hop out, and I want you to show the audience here if you can get in without the running boards. Yep, come on. So you have to step all the way up into the vehicle. All right, hop out. Hop out, hop out. All right, get out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. All right, go ahead, Bethany, show them. There you go. Okay, so that's a tall step up. All right, you go ahead and get up on in there, girl. Grab something. Grab this, where's that? All right, use that. If that works, I don't know. Oh, she got in there just fine.
Me too.
And I want to say that the baby definitely cannot get up there without running boards. Alright, so hop up in your seats where you normally sit. Alright, and I'm going to show what it's like in the vehicle. It's almost impossible to see here. Let's see what I can do with that. Oh, it's already being video. Alright, so there's Claire, Bethany, and Emily all in the seat. The shining part about this truck is the fact that trucks these days are so wide that all 3 of these car seats fit with ample room in the middle. The next portion of this video is going to be what I consider party tricks, or cool nifty features that help parents with families. Let's go take a look. There is one notable party trick back here in the 3rd row. Obviously this is the way the seats look, all folded up for passengers. You still have a good amount of storage behind the 3rd row. Okay, I'd say there's about a good 2.5 feet right here. That is the umbrella stroller down in there, but this also works good for groceries because it does have a nice removable, washable rubber floor mat. So let's take this out. All right, I'm going to show you how easy it is. The Honda Odysseys do not have a power 3rd row option that I know of at this point. Again, this is a 2018. Something might have changed since then, but I doubt it because Honda goes for reliability over features, and sometimes those 3rd row seats do break. So you just pull this, all right, folds down nice and flat. Well, that is not the party trick. I was just showing you that as an example. Okay, so you start with the seat up. Okay, so here's the party trick. You pull this. All right, this locks, okay? All right. Come on over here. Hurry up.
Okay.
Alright, so this right here is what I consider a party trick for like tailgating. Alright, girl, hop up in there. This is my middle child. This is old Claire here, 5 years old. Alright, go ahead and sit there. Alright, so what's nice about this is if I'm at a tailgate, if we're at the beach, whatever have you, okay, you have a nice, obviously, awning, if you'd say. If it rains or whatever, you can still use this. Or you can have lunch if you're at a rest stop or something. So this right here works as, you can put 3 kids in here, maybe 4 if you'd like. So that is one party trick. Thank you, girl. Another party trick that me and the wife love. Now when this van was first came out in 18, this is the first vehicle to have this. Now a good chunk of them have the same feature already. It is pretty hot outside, so we're gonna go to the home. Sorry for the fingerprints and the glare. Probably should have cleaned that. See if I can find anything. No. Okay, so we have two features on here. All right, this one, if you see right here, it says cabin watch and cabin talk. We'll start with cabin watch. Again, a lot of vehicle manufacturers have this now. It essentially is a fisheye lens, okay, that shows all the way to your third row, and obviously you can zoom in pretty detailed on individual car seats. If, let's say, your baby's sleeping or crying, you can kind of, focus in on what they're doing. All right, we're gonna go back. Another great feature is cabin talk. Hello? Hello? Can anybody hear me? Or these speakers? Hello? Hello? I don't know if you can hear, there's kind of like an echo sound. What's great about this is that if you have a child in the third row, okay, that is not paying attention, just being a butt, all right, that can hear. They can easily hear you over the other screaming kids, for example, or music. All right, it kind of cuts the music out and it talks. Another great feature about this is that it does have microphones in each row. Okay, so if let's say your child in the back is saying something maybe you don't want them to say, or they're saying something bad about you, you can kind of spy on them and hear exactly what they're saying. Another great feature. All right. Also, something else that you can do that we have figured out, it's a separate video, is rear entertainment. Okay, there's an HDMI port behind the console. We have hooked up our Fire Stick through the HDMI. We can play anything that's on the Fire Stick on the built-in screen for the kids, which is another great party trick. Here's a few decent party tricks on the Ram. All right, there are hidden bin storage underneath of these floor mats. All right, right here. So see that? I got all sorts of cool, nifty stuff. This bin comes out. You can clean it out or whatever have you. All right. What's great about that is what I've used that for in the past is you can fill it with ice, put some drinks. So that's great. That's a party trick to me. All right, and then underneath this rear seat is a big storage area, which I do have stuff under there. But unfortunately, when you have all the car seats, belted in, you physically can't pick up the seat. So that is what it is on that. And there actually is, I don't know if you can see right here, it looks like something folded. All right, this actually folds out to a flat load floor. Because you do have the transmission hump on this particular model. Sorry, my truck is a little dirty. Again, if you have kids, you kind of know what I'm talking about. All right, a must on every vehicle is going to be seat protectors. My wife's van and my truck both have these. And then, I don't know if you can see in the center here, we do have a net for our dogs so they don't just keep jumping up. This kind of keeps them in the back. Again, none of that comes to the truck. That was just food for thought. And then here we have the 3 car seats wide. As far as family party tricks in the truck goes, a little bit less. All right, the truck does have, I'd say, more features, but not necessarily for that. Okay, obviously my tailgate is down right now, so that's why it's kind of angled, kind of funky. This truck is equipped with a surround view camera system. I mean, it's got all sorts of good nifty stuff. When you're in the off-road mode, it actually does show, here's a forward, yeah, here we go. So the truck is actually off, but you can see that it has the tire marks. That's where my tires are pointed. See, my steering wheel is straight. Like I said, watch the little mark. Again, the truck's off, so I can't really turn the wheels, but you gotta get the point. Cargo camera. My truck is kind of dirty right now, so the camera might be a little bit smudged, but again, great party features. So there's that. Not too many other ones. However, this thing does have a ton of ports everywhere. In doing this, it also has a 400-watt inverter right here. Another party trick, okay. Let's say you have your, obviously your 3 children, okay. Let's say something oops happens. This particular model truck has the 6th seat with a actual seat belt. So you technically can have 6 people total in this and still have your whole bed, which is great. All right, again, the storage and stuff in here, which is nice. In standard truck fashion, most all trucks come with some sort of a step to get in, but I like this one because it reminds me most of a surprise or party trick. See that little itty bitty knob right over here? Watch that, watch this. Oh, look at that. So this definitely helps getting up in the bed of this truck, and it helps getting out. So that's a kind of a party trick in my opinion, because it's the least ridiculous looking one. You don't have that Ford big old thing that folds out and folds down, and then a little handle that pops up, or like the GM's one that has like 20 folds on the tailgate. This is just a standard tailgate that's always going to work, which is nice. Sorry to get brand specific on you on that, but so on to other important things. Another great thing you don't realize until you actually have a truck is the tailgate works great for changing diapers. I mean, normally it's at waist height, you can change a diaper, and if you're really out in the boonies, you know, throwing a dirty diaper in the bed of a truck really isn't that big of a deal because the smell is not going to be in the truck. On to some more tech specs of these two that might sway your decision. Over here we have the 2018 Honda Odyssey Elite. This particular one has the 3.5 liter V6 producing 280 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque. This particular one has a 10-speed automatic. EPA rates this at 19 city, 28 on the highway. My wife and I average about 24. Okay, so I think this is a little bit of an inflated number. Even on a straight highway drive, we max out around 26. So there's that. All right, now this over here, this is where this shines and doesn't shine. All right, this has a 6.4 liter Hemi V8, made it to an 8-speed automatic. EPA does not rate heavy duty pickup trucks, but I will say I average on that about 14 empty. Okay, so that might sway you whether it's a good family vehicle or not. Now towing, the van can tow, you know, rated by the dealership 3,500 pounds. The truck over there, the Power Wagon, is rated around 10,500 pounds. That might seem a little bit low compared to how big the truck is. The only reason for that is the Power Wagon actually is more set up for off-roading than towing. The same equipped, just standard 2,500 without the Power Wagon package, which, you know, the Power Wagon package pretty much has much softer ride, and that's kind of why it's a lower. It's normally around 15,000 pounds. Again, that's a 6.4 liter, which is a great engine. Don't get me wrong, tried and true. Both of these have tried and true engines. This van right here is hitting about 100,000 real shortly. The only thing we've ever had to do is routine maintenance, and we just have to put a new AC compressor in. But, you know, obviously during the summer, it runs a lot harder, so there's that. When it comes to road trips, okay, obviously MPG is a very big factor. All right, obviously this one gets essentially, you know, 10 more miles to the gallon plus average over that truck. Now, I will say this, between my wife and kids and myself, we all agree that as far as a road trip vehicle, okay, just a standard road trip vehicle, the truck we actually enjoy riding in more than the van. The reason for that, the truck, okay, the interior is much more plush, the seats are more comfortable for all of us. Obviously the kids, really it's the same because we have the same seats in both car seats in both vehicles. All right. But where it comes into play is the safety feeling. When you're riding in that truck, okay, most vehicles are going to be way under you. All right, if this van, okay, hit T-bones with the truck, literally the top cross member right here is pretty much going to be hitting down by our feet on the truck. So it gives you a much safer feel being high. The truck is obviously a much heavier vehicle. Okay, but again, it's more comfortable for us. The Elite has leather seats, which is the top of the line package, but as far as the bolstering goes, we can ride a lot more in this truck before our butts hurt and we have to get out than in the van. Just something to think about. It's not for everybody. Some people prefer the you know, a little bit less bolstered seats in the Odyssey. Also, something else that I almost forgot is going to be payload. All right, obviously a truck has way higher payload numbers than this van. On a long road trip, when we have this van packed, literally the van is squatting going down the road. All right, if I take that same amount of stuff, stick it in the truck, you can't even tell. It doesn't even look at all like the truck is straining in the least. So it's another thing, safety-wise. This obviously, when it's loaded down, it does squat a lot and it holds the front end up, kind of makes it kind of feel like this going down the road. over the truck. So this is another something to think about. Well, this is the conclusion section of the review. Obviously, I'm using the van's party trick here to just sit in here and talk to you guys. But let's just go over pros and cons real quick and what I think is the best family vehicle of the two. Again, whenever someone's thinking about a family vehicle, more than likely not, they're not really necessarily thinking of a pickup truck. Now, why I threw this up against the van is because looking at the trends of what people are purchasing these days, the pickup truck segment is blowing up. I mean, it's been blowing up for years. The most sold vehicle in history at this point is the Ford F-150. Again, it's a pickup truck. Why do you think so many people are purchasing pickup trucks for all-around family vehicles more than ever? Now, it is about 90-something degrees out here, so I'm a little sweaty, so just bear with me. Now, this van, okay, holds more people than that truck. It is easier to get in and out for kids into this van than that truck. It has all the storage that's air conditioned inside the back of this van, which is great, okay? Don't get me wrong. I'll say this. That truck over there is my personal truck. This van is my wife's personal van. Do each of them have their own, shining moments? Yes. This van, in my opinion, is the best, point A to point B family vehicle for all of your standard family things. Taking the kids to school, okay? This is better. Going shopping, this is better, okay? Don't get me wrong, this is great. However, if you are a adventurous family that likes to do things other than just a standard, let's just go here, let's go here type of trip, that's where that truck shines. Live in North Carolina. All right, we have mountains, we have beach. All right, our mountains and beach are both very low populated compared to other states like Florida, for example. I'd say 80% of the beaches in North Carolina are drive-on beaches, meaning you can just take your vehicle, pay, you have to pay a little bit of money for like a season pass or a day pass to go onto the beach. However, the beaches up here compared to Florida are so, let's say rural, all right? I don't know if you can understand that word from me. I said it kind of fast, but very few people. All right, that truck, my intro shot shows that truck going on the beach. All right, that sugar sand is like this deep out there. Okay, the van would get stuck in a second. That truck shines. All right, whether it be camping, whether it be off-roading, whether it be towing. All right, if you're a family that likes to go off the beaten path, that is going to be your best bet for a family vehicle. I've taken that on off-road trails. I've gone in the mountains with it. Again, things that this van would not dream about doing because it would either A, get stuck or damage the bottom. The van's so low. Like I said, I got that new in 2020 with hopes of one day getting a camper or a boat or any of those nice fun toys. And then obviously, as we all know, COVID hits, everything stopped. So as of right now, I still don't have any of those fun toys that I was hoping to get after getting that truck. But the truck is still here, still running great. It's just waiting for its time to shine. Down the road, hopefully we might get a boat or a camper. But again, this van would not dream about towing a boat or a camper the size that we would like for a family of 5 and 2 dogs. It just wouldn't. So, closing remarks. Both of these vehicles are great family vehicles. One is for everyday families that just like to do everyday things. This van right here, if we're just going to go out to do some quick errands, we get in the van. Alright, if we do anything else that involves some adventure, alright, we get in the truck. So having said that, if you guys have any questions or comments, or if you need some clarifications on anything, comparing these two vehicles, put them in the comments. Again, we do a great job on this channel. We try our best to bring you the best content possible, so please like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, have a great, safe weekend. Bye.